Welcome to Grow Your Life. Today I want to talk about having to start over in your career. This is my comic book shirt, by the way. Is my favorite superhero from Marvel and my favorite movie as well. Have you ever had to start over in your career? That's my question for you. And this is a conversation that I've had with a number of people recently about where they are in their career, where they're going, and what to do when life throws lemons at you, or there's stuff you can't control, or things that just are stopping you from doing what you thought you'd do for a while. Maybe health issues, you moved somewhere else, life got on a different path, and this is something that I think a lot of people get tripped up on. I'm somebody myself that is all about entrepreneurship, people starting a business. I believe anybody who's an employee as a company should actually start a service provider business doing the same thing they were doing and then growing from there, for example. And so what have you ever had to start over in your career? That's my question. What would you do? And a lot of people, they get stuck on this because they think about the traditional kind of 9-to-5 job thing. And that's cool, by the way. I'm not against being an employee or working in a job. I think the world is driven by people that have a desire to do something great. And when you can align yourself with a company that is doing great things and then you work for them, you're actually serving another man or woman's vision in that season. And that can be used to grow you and even increase in skill, while paying you at the same time. So I'm all for that. If you have to start over in your career, though, and it's later in life, I think especially if you're over the age of 30 or even 40 and 50 specifically, look at what you've done, skill sets, who you've met over the years, connections you've made, and then try to find your key core area of skill set that people work with you with. When you were at the top of your game, what were you doing the most that provided the most value in your career? And it might not be what you think it is. So for example, if you did one thing, it might not just be what you were doing, but actually why you were in that position doing that in the first place. What is the thing that maybe you weren't hired for, that you provided value in your career in the past? What was the thing that maybe you could find acceleration with, but then you weren't able to accelerate further from that because whatever happened in life? Life happens. We get knocked down. It's all good. What matters is getting back on the horse, picking it back up, learning from our failures and then moving forward. So I invite people, look at what you did, and then look at who you know, what you can do now similarly to either help others and propel yourself. So for example, let's say that you did something in, I was talking to a friend this morning, video production, media production work. This is what he's done for many years. He's made a lot of connections. He's really good at leading teams of people, mobilizing. And so I thought of he could go on Upwork, do freelance service providing, 20 to 30 an hour. Somebody would be willing to hire him, especially by his skill set. Or he could take his connections and find service providers and connect them to people that need services and create a system that way. So right there, he was able to take his existing skill set and help connect people, and even you could create a business that way. Let's say, you're doing something in marketing, and you could do this to where you could do marketing services for multiple people, maybe a small agency. Let's say that you've done customer service work. You could become a VA. Let's say I was talking to a friend yesterday. He works in automotive, he works in the service department, connecting the technicians to the customers. And I said, you could work either in sales, real estate wholesaling, or find a new career, learn new skill sets. And this is actually what I landed on right here with him because he's younger. I said, also, if you could do anything, what would you do? If you had to start over today, let's say you were guaranteed to make $250,000 salary, what would you do? You would fit right into it. What would that dream job be? And he was like, well, it would be in fitness. Okay, but he's not doing anything in fitness right now. So I would encourage him to maybe pivot, see how he could get a job in the fitness realm, get a job, maybe an entry level, get your foot in the door. I really believe that people need to be working in careers that they have a passion for, not just for a paycheck. And if you look through what I talk about, both to business owners, I also mean this to employees as well. I believe, I've always had this perspective, as an employee in a company, you are essentially the owner of business you Inc. So I'm Jeremiah Krakowski. Anytime I work for somebody, Jeremiah Krakowski Inc. is a service provider to them, whether I'm an employee or I am a contractor. And I have to treat it like a business owner and choose decisions based on that. Yet so often people have these fears, limiting beliefs that prevent them from going out and stepping out of that. So my podcast helps people with, helps you get over that, helps you get your mindset aligned. I did a podcast episode on how I believe everyone that has a desire to can make over $100,000 a year. And that's a tall ask. But I believe no matter what you're doing today, no matter what you've done in the past, that within 6 to 12 months, doing the same things you already have skill in or learning maybe a skill that's related to it, a new skill, anybody can make $100,000 a year as income. And I'm not saying that to say money is the only most important thing. If you watch my videos, don't become a slave to money. But I think that that can change somebody's situation. You don't have to worry about bills. You don't have to worry about things like that. That removes some of that stress factor. And so becoming either a service provider or pivoting to a new career that fits your goals, your desires, whatever that is something that I really want to encourage people to do. If you have the opportunity to start over in your career, either learn a new skill, entry level in a different role, learn something new. There's so many resources out there to learn new skills. LinkedIn Learning is one of the coolest ones that I found. On LinkedIn is specifically designed to help people connect companies, CEOs, recruiters, businesses. And if you're not on LinkedIn and you're watching this right now, I highly recommend anybody watching this that's gotten this far in this video, make a LinkedIn account today and connect and look me up on there. I'm on LinkedIn. I would love to connect with you on there as well. It's a great place to network. But LinkedIn Learning, so LinkedIn bought lynda.com. Lynda.com was this, they have some of the best courses and learning on new skills in every single industry. And for one low price, LinkedIn Learning allows people to increase their skill set. As well, there's free stuff out there. YouTube is essentially a learning platform. It's not just for cat videos. It's not just for music videos. It's not just for entertainment. YouTube has some of the strongest learning, and their algorithm sorts the highest quality teaching. If you want to learn on a topic, type in how to XYZ or learn how to. And you're going to see listings. People put keywords up there and they rank based on the comments, all of that. The algorithm is amazing on YouTube. I've learned so much just through YouTube for free. So I want to encourage you with this. If you ever have to start over in your career, what would you do? What do you have skill set in, or what is your dream job? And then how can you either pivot to that dream job or take your existing skill and elevate yourself to that next level? Let's say, you're like, man, if I only played my cards right, I could have gone from here to maybe a higher level in my existing career, but I got knocked down. So what would that be? What would that be? Now, how can you take that skill set of what that next level would have been, because you already possess the skill? All you got to do is just kind of get your mindset right, get a few wins. And then I would encourage people, if you're just starting out in the marketplace, lower your rates. Don't be so prideful that, well, I earned this much, so this is how much I have to do. Cut your rates down to about 1/4 to 1/6 of what it was. So let's say that you would normally make, $100 an hour. Go into the marketplace at $25 an hour for your first client. Find somebody to network with that needs your skill set. And then the next one, increase your rates by 50 to 100% on that next client, and then that next one, and then that next one. And then start to network as well. The first clients at the lower rate, say, hey, listen, I will give you this rate if you refer 2 clients to me. And this is how you can then start over in your career, pivot, adjust. There's not one size fits all, but whatever resonates from you in this video that I just did, I think is really going to help you. So grow your life, everybody, and we will talk soon. Leave a comment below and let me know your thoughts on it.